Provisions in a lease agreement for future expenditure. Spreading the cost of works carried out. Financial and administrative difficulties are major problems under the terms of the lease, and the question is who owns the sums collected through the service charge. Please like, share and subscribe for more videos and write your comments or questions. In this video I am addressing matters that owners, occupiers, managers, and drafting solicitors might like to consider. Every building will need its own solution. Both landlord and tenant need to consider their respective needs and the benefits to be achieved through the agreed solution. It is generally accepted that the average lease length now is about 6 years, which of course means that a substantial number of leases are shorter than this. This may create difficulties in terms of long-term maintenance and repair, as a 5-year tenant only has no interest in the replacement of, say, a lift which has a life expectancy beyond the term of his lease. That tenant is not interested therefore in replacing the boiler at an indeterminate date in the future. Contrast this with an incoming tenant who has signed a new lease giving him repairing and replacement liability and finds the lift requires replacement in the first year at his expense. Whichever of the foregoing methods is the way forward, great care must be taken to ensure transparency and full communication of the purpose, modus operandi, and exit route, so that all parties to the matter can be clear that they are being treated in accordance with the agreements they have made. Some modern leases will provide for the landlord, at its discretion, to recover the cost of extraordinary expenditure over several years, and for the service charge to include interest to reflect the cost of borrowing. However, if a landlord decides to recover expenditure over more than one service charge period, perhaps as a gesture of goodwill and to ease the burden on tenants' cash flow, where otherwise the lease is silent, this should be regarded as a concession and is not to be confused with a reserve fund, sinking fund, or depreciation charge. In granting such a concession, there needs to be a clear agreement which would often be expressed as being personal only to each tenant. It would be usual to ensure that the period over which the expenditure is to be recovered is within the term of an individual tenant's lease. The agreement should also set out what should happen regarding payment of any outstanding balance of the original costs owed if the tenant assigns his lease, becomes insolvent, or if the lease is otherwise determined. If you have found this video useful, please like, share and subscribe for more videos and write your comments or questions.